hopes of the world focus on Geneva, scene of the meeting at the summit. Heavy security precautions are put in force at the city's airport in preparation for the arrival of the figures who today control the world's destiny, the leaders of the big four nations. First to arrive is Britain's Prime Minister Sir Anthony Eden, bearing with him the counsel of the man who did much to bring about the portentous meeting, his predecessor Winston Churchill. French Premier Edgar Faure follows. France and Britain have both affirmed fundamental agreement with the United States on the goals to be sought at Geneva, where the main effort will be to turn the course of future events toward lasting peace. With the arrival of President Eisenhower, representation of the free world is completed. His reply to Swiss President Petitpierre's welcome eloquently expresses the spirit of the West at Geneva, as well as that of the American people.
Some 11 years ago, Mr. President, I came to Europe with an army, a navy, an air force, with a single purpose, to destroy Nazism. This time, I come armed with something far more powerful, the goodwill of America, the great hopes of America, the aspirations of America for peace.
The day of ceremonial welcome nears its end with the arrival of Russia's leaders. Premier Bulganin, strongman Nikita Khrushchev, Red Army head Zhukov, and Foreign Minister Molotov. High among the key issues which the Geneva meeting may pave the way towards resolving are German unification, limitation of armaments, peaceful development of the atom, and perhaps most important of all, a world atmosphere free from tension and fear of war. Here at Geneva, a turning point in history may be recorded. At the midpoint of the Big Four conference, the general air of goodwill that marked the opening continues. Russia's leaders still show the energetic amiability that has marked their excursions beyond the Iron Curtain, despite a steadfast refusal to make any concessions to President Eisenhower's proposals for agreement on German reunification and European security. The president, in an effort to break the deadlock, made a precedent-shattering proposal, offering to submit a blueprint of America's entire military establishment to Russia with permission to make authenticating aerial photographs if Russia would do the same. The high point of the conference to date, Ike's action followed an earlier informal incident, which in its way did as much to prove his sincerity and goodwill. Just doing what comes naturally, a habit rare among the world statesmen, Ike ducked into a toy shop to buy presents for his grandchildren, incidentally leaving his startled Secret Service bodyguard behind. The true diplomacy of international friendship in action.
If you can relieve the world of the great fear of surprise, devastating attack, then disarmament, in my opinion, will follow step by step almost automatically. Now, what we're trying to do then is to relieve this great fear of surprise attacks. So now, our allies and ourselves propose the inspection of all North America north of the Rio Grande and all of Europe in exchange for the same inspectional privileges of Russia and her satellites.
This plane is especially equipped for aerial photography. It carries high-precision automatic cameras which are loaded and ready for operation. Representing the Japan Air Self-Defense Forces are Major Generals Matsumai and Shimada. They are greeted by U.S. Air Force Brigadier General Cecil Lessig. The Self-Defense Force officials join crew members for a pre-flight briefing which covers weather data and safety precautions. They board the plane. The mission begins. Heads his plane toward the Tokaido Road. To photograph the Tokaido Road and its 53 stations is the purpose of this exercise. As the plane gains altitude, the Earth becomes a map in color. A great flat plain broken occasionally by cities and rivers and mountains. The naked eye can faithfully record no more than the sweep and contours of the land below. Cameras such as these record the details. Held in gyroscopic mounts which resist the plane's motion, they constantly, automatically document the panorama passing below. Each frame is a piece in a gigantic puzzle, depicting hundreds of square miles of terrain. The resulting film can provide reproductions or enlargements for analysis by trained photo interpreters. To explain the techniques and show results of aerial inspection is the purpose of this exhibition called Open Skies for Peace.